Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, my parents keep breaking my ps4s that I pay for a continue to Thea than to break every new one. Major update, my parents keep breaking my ps4s that I pay for a continue to threaten to break every new one. Update, my parents keep breaking my ps4. How everything's going. Final update, my parents keep breaking my ps4. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My parents keep breaking my ps4s that I pay for a continue to Thea than to break every new one. Okay, so I've been trying to find the right place to talk about this since I don't really got anywhere else to talk about it. There's another place this belongs, please let me know. I'm going to start on the first ps4. For a while now, my parents are pretty big fans of breaking or disciplining us if we misbehaved. But as time went on, their discipline did not affect me because I was used to it. Since I would show no reaction like they wanted, so they would result into taking or breaking my belongings. They would always use the same saying, "There isn't democracy in this household, it's dictatorship, and you do what we tell you when we tell you." So many times, I've wanted to say, every single country that tried dictatorship has failed. But I'm just trying to get the whole situation over with and not be called a dumbass by my dad, lol. I can't remember the reason why the first ps4 was broken, but I can remember the last two, and I will say how and why they did it. The second ps4 I bought was a new one just like the last one with a whole terabyte. It lasted, for a while. Fast forward a couple months later, my brother and I get in an argument completely not regardless of the ps4. My mom gets mad and says, "Since you guys want to always argue, I'm throwing this ps4 away." We were obviously still mad at each other, but then I noticed what she said and went on to ask why is she throwing out the ps4 I paid for. And she went on to say, "This is my house, and you will do what I say, and this ps4 is a demon." So legitimately continues to throw my ps4 about 5 feet off the ground onto the grass. I was just in disbelief that she just broke my ps4 over something that had nothing to do with it. Onto the next ps4, I obviously lost trust in my family, so I bought a used ps4 with 500 GB for $180. I'm pretty sure I was robbed, lol. The first thing she says when I get the ps4 inside the house, she says, "I can break this one just like the others." I was annoyed, and I just responded, "They'll just break your TV then," and she laughed it off. Obviously, I wasn't going to break the TV because I don't like getting beat by my dad, lol. Fast forward a couple months, and I get in an argument with her because I said, "I'll do it right after this match." And for some reason, she decided to unplug my ps4, grab a bat, and in front of the neighbors breaks my ps4. She believes I'm emotionally attached to the ps4 and it's a demon, which I am not attached to it at all. Just annoyed my money has been wasted again. All I said was, if you're going to make me watch, at least do it inside without the neighbors watching after it all. She again discusses how you do what I say when I say, you should be thankful for all this and whatnot. At this point, my payback was simple, just stop communicating. I started becoming a lot quieter and not telling them about what I'm thinking and stuff like that, just overall being the quiet kid. I rebought another ps4 cheap, and I kid you not. I got the "I'll break that one also" bis. Luckily I still have this ps4, and I've been not using it at all with her inside the house, clearly showing that I don't trust her at all. She realized this and said, "Why aren't you playing?" And I happily responded, "Because you might break it." I didn't look at her face because I was on my phone, but all I heard was her leave my room, which actually felt great to finally let them know I don't trust them at all with my belongings. If my new ps4 is broken, I'll make sure to update this forum, but as for now, I'm grounded from using my ps4, which is new. They grounded me because I was watching TV during class. After having this post up and replying to many comments, I've finally come to my senses, and I'm truly sad about how I really feel, and I've been hiding my feelings to myself. Thank you everyone for helping me realize what's wrong with this. A good amount of people have said you are addicted and somewhere around those lines, but I will explain why I get so many ps4s. I play the game to be happy and make money. It's a source of income for me. Not only that, I talk to people on a personal level that do help me with my issues. Gaming isn't always, I better win. The community on PS4 has helped me a lot. There was a point where I was suicidal and a middle-aged man said, I bet you have it tough. But at the end of all that hardship is a reward that you've earned. I will never forget what he said, and to this day I talk to him about my issues. I want to make it clear that the main reason for buying a PS4 is not to play games, but to talk to someone. Talking to people over a hotline isn't the same as talking to a guy in his 20s or 30s telling you how he overcame his problems. The gaming community is the reason I'm breathing, and I can without a doubt say posting this story on Reddit helped me so much on realizing my mistakes and what I should do. While I was reading all of the replies and comments, I've came to a point of tearing up because I blocked out everything that's wrong with my family. I couldn't thank everyone enough. Except for the one guy that said stop the asterisk ching and grow up. You, sir, are the human embodiment of used toilet paper. I decided to start saving up my money to leave this toxic household. I'm going to try to buy an apartment or find myself a roommate. I don't really want the police involved in my problems as well, mainly because my parents aren't from here, so if they get deported it'll cause issues to my siblings as well. As soon as I'm 18, I will take a lot of other people's advice and make a separate bank account and block their number for around a year, basically separating myself from their life in general. I had a very long talk with my cousin about my parents, and he said exactly, listen man, this is something even my mom has noticed. She was a bit sad you've become numb to the things your mom and dad say to you. He then went on to tell me how my parents treated others, basically being jerks. Again, thank you everyone for all the advice and such kind things you said, it really means a lot. I hope I can give you guys a better update in the future. Meanwhile, I'm probably going to post stories about my parents around Reddit a lot. Save your money and your belongings, keep your head down, mouth shut, and research getting out and getting your own place. Daunting prospect, but trust me, so worth it when you do. You need to get out from under their toxic idea of parenting ASAP. They would always use the same saying, there isn't democracy in this household, it's dictatorship, and you do what we tell you when we tell you. The day you leave, after you have all of your things safely off-site, I hope you come up to the door and repeat this statement. Then add that this same rule applies to your new home, and therefore you will not give them the address or your new phone number. If they make any attempt to contact you, you will file charges against them, as they have now been informed that it will be considered harassment. You wish them well, and if they need anything in the future, they can try to sell the remains of your damaged ps4s and other destroyed property to cover their needs. I really have been avoiding just abandoning my family, but I might have to, sadly. You're grounded from using a PS4 that you bought because you weren't playing it in front of them, because every time you used to play in front of them they broke it during any piddly argument? In what way does that make sense? So sorry you're going through that. My mother did things like this. She once told me, you own nothing. Everything you possess, down to the clothes on your back, is mine until you're 18 and I can do as I like with it. I took to leaving things at my grandparents' house. If you paid for it regardless of age, it's considered your property. Just because you're not an adult doesn't mean they own everything. I have to admit, my first response was to take one of the PS4 shells, pop in a pie, fill the remainder of the space with a pressure-sensitive explosive, wait for the next bout of fireworks, but that could legit get someone killed, so don't do that. Instead, invest some research into legally emancipating yourself from your family. Talk to that neighbor who witnessed your mom violently destroying things while yelling at you. See if they are willing to say what they saw to CPS/lawyer. Major update: my parents keep breaking my ps4s that I pay for and continue to threaten to break every new one. It's been a while. I've been planning to an update for a really long time, but due to all this I got really behind in school and had to play catch for a month or so. But here's the update we've been waiting for. So a couple days after I posted that my PS4 was broken again. Here's the story. My dad was leaving again for work again and wanted me to put some suitcases in the truck. I supposedly put them wrong, so he got mad, broke my PS4 again. I was of course mad and said, "What is your guy's problem with breaking my stuff?" And I was yelling for the first time at him because I've never yelled at him. I didn't know I was yelling because it was in the heat of the moment, so he slapped me for yelling at him, and I asked him why is he hitting me, and he went with, "What are you going to do?" I of course didn't do anything I want go as low as to hit my dad. This goes on for a while. He hits me a couple times and kicked me twice, so I eventually get done being yelled and just gave up and called 911. They came, my family laughed at me for calling the police, I tell them what happened and I get to go to a friend's house. I tell him what happens, he was being a bit of a d*ck saying I can't let you freeload forever, and so I go to someone else's house. Basically going house to house. The only thing my family tells me after I left is to do my homework somehow without a laptop. I blocked their messages and they eventually find out I'm not at the first friend's house anymore, so they contact the police even though they knew I wouldn't come back. First friend gets annoyed and blocks her. The second friend took me to another friend's house and we didn't let anyone know where we were as they will keep bothering us and not let us sleep. My mom wants to know where I am and wants full control to what I do. Eventually SS gets involved and take me in. I get placed in foster's home which had no one there. Funny enough, my parents didn't know where I was and kept telling them to put me in a family friend's house, which I refused over and over. I finally get some privacy, but out of all that it gave me mental problems. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't think, I had suicidal thought, with no full intention, and I felt incredibly depressed. I got about 2 or 4 hours of sleep constantly and I didn't want to eat. I couldn't control my anger at all and I still can't, sadly. A couple weeks go by, they ask me questions. I still don't have a laptop for school, but the school's what's going on. I finally get back into school but am failing immensely, which is bad because I'm in an early college program, so it's easy to get held back. Fast forward to now, I'm 18 finally, November 10th, saddest birthday possible. They tell me I can stay at the foster home and try to get another job until I can afford my own. They also said I can talk to my family. I keep thinking about talking to them because one of my friend's moms said you don't have to forget, but you have to try to forgive. I did eventually talk to them and I kinda got what I expected. You shouldn't have yelled, you were in the wrong, all this shit. So I gave up on trying to fixing things. I'm failing school now and I can't keep asking people for help every day. It really does suck, but I play games here and there, but I gave my PS4 account to a close friend of mine, so I'm not even playing as much as I want to. I have the phone I used to. It was under my name, so I got it back immediately. My family tries talking to me, but it's just a bunch of blaming and lies. So I've been wanting to do an update for so long, but I just couldn't concentrate. I probably missed a lot of details, so go ahead and ask what you want. I really appreciate all of you. Edit, so I've read mostly all the comments, if not all. Most of you said not forgive or forget, and they deserve the anger I have for them. I will listen to what most of you guys said and continue to be angry at them, but if there comes a moment where they do wish to fix everything, I will try myself to fix it. Is that acceptable? I am not begging nor demanding any of you to donate. A single dollar is just as fine. I need it to buy a laptop for school, which is about $50. Please don't send money if you don't have enough for yourself. This isn't entitlement or strictness, it's abuse. Glad you got out of their OP. I hope things get better soon. Keep on that job hunt grind. What does OP mean? Your friend's mom was wrong. You do not have to forgive. You choose your family now, and they don't have to be blood. Cut your parents off forever, they are abusers and they aren't your family anymore. Maybe they never were. Also, if your dad stooped low enough to abuse you and hit you, then you are entitled to hit back. The forgiveness is for yourself. To let go of the anger. It does nothing for the others. Seems like you post here a lot and I'm new, but for what it's worth, homie, you can come live with me and play my PlayStation all day. My girlfriend will make you waffles and will definitely not hit you. In all seriousness, I hope you are able to get out of this nightmarish situation ASAP. I am so sincerely sorry you have to live this way. Update, my parents keep breaking my PS4. How everything's going? It's been about 6 months now since everything happened and a good amount has changed. I was forced to drop out of school, which made me really sad. Like I said before, I was enrolled in an early college program and it gave me so many opportunities, but I wasn't able to mentally nor physically do the work. I started working and doing side jobs to get income, housing, and leave foster care. I soon did just that, and now I have a roommate. I was in an extremely depressing state and I was going to end my life very soon, but I decided to go to mental care, where they helped me. I can happily say I don't regret going. I'm now working full-time so I can afford school supplies and a laptop. Not much has happened with my parents because I cut them out of my life temporarily. I decided to do that when I was told to call them and they were playing victims on me. I will give it some time before I know to fully cut them off. My plans going into future are very simple: finish school and move far away from them. My roommate has been extremely kind to me and I met his family, very nice people. Yes, I still play games, haha, that's kind of the only thing I can do actually other than work. I get paid to boost people's rank on Apex Legends and it's an amazing side hustle. This is all because of the amount of support and kind messages you all gave me, motivating me to go on. Sounds like you've got your situation pretty well figured out. Keep going and hold your head high, knowing your parents can never do what they did to you ever again. Especially when you're hundreds if not thousands of miles away. Final update: my parents keep breaking my PS4. Well, life has been hurting me like crazy. The Cash App support was amazing and I'm nothing but grateful for everyone who helped. I live alone now. Parents tried contacting me multiple times but I've avoided contact. I got a girlfriend, my first official one, but she broke my heart and left me after I tried killing myself. Shitty, right? I'm in a depressive state in my life. I just work, cry, and sleep. I hardly play games anymore. I feel lonely in a way. My family constantly trying to contact me to simply be rude makes everything so much worse. They don't understand I don't want them in my life. Back to my ex. Well, I've been incredibly desperate that I tried shit like manifesting, subliminals, and like Fiverr spells and shit. It's incredibly embarrassing to say, but it's an update on everything. Moving forward, the story about her is for another Reddit page. My family has been well off without me. There's moments where they get a hold of me and rub in my face they have a successful business now. I don't have much to update in my life, it's all been the same. I've been planning on deleting my account recently to put this family shit in the past. The constant harassment from them doesn't help. To summarize the year, I am basically having a safer environment in life, but toxicity hasn't left. This is because of my ex and parents. I have been constantly working and having a GF was amazing, but she left sadly, so I'm back to working and coming home to reminders of my family's harassment with no comfort. I'm a private man other than Reddit, so I don't have friends, so all my emotions are usually held in. Family wants me to admit I'm Ron Oswell, but there's no winning against them. Thank you all for the support, until next time. I hate to say it, but if they keep harassing you, send a cease and desist order on them. If they are trying to literally rub their noses into your business and basically try to harass you because they want to say we're successful, then just tell them, look, keep it up, I'm calling the cops. It may suck now, but you just took the biggest steps to get away from them. Granted, they're doing this harassment because they know that they really don't have that much control over anything with you anymore and it's killing them. They would rather you stay home, they break everything that you want, and they laugh at you because they know that they can. Just realize that you took the steps to get away from them. The best thing you can do is, if you do try to ignore them, just don't even acknowledge that, because if you pretend that they don't exist, it kills narcissism because they want you to have attention, and if you don't even acknowledge them, it hurts them. But please know that things will get better, and yes, it sucks now, but life does happen and it will become better. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.